Hi everybody, it's Julie and welcome to the Messy Desk. We are going to make some charms. It's charm time. So I'm just going to grab out some of my tools that I might want to use to make this happen. And I don't know where my gigantic wire cutters are, so hopefully I can find the little ones. Oh well, I'll just use my cut everything scissors. Okay, so in the purple kits there were quite a bunch of fun items. So one of the things that was in there was this purple butterfly eraser and a purple ended stick pin. Then we had a couple of ends like this. We have these beads. We have this charm. We have this butterfly. And I thought we could use between the antennas there, and it could be there we go. Okay, so finding all the pieces that we have. Okay, then we have a package. Okay, so that is just some of the metal pieces that we have in here. Now there's also a washer, and the washer we can use to make a smaller tassel, or we can attach the a bead dangle using it. So I'm thinking we can go ahead and make something that's gonna, so we have the butterfly. So the butterfly, one of the easiest things to do is just stick your pin through the butterfly. So if you see like these cute little erasers at the stores, then you see they're kind of fun, and you can go ahead and add a big couple of beads to it. There are a whole lot of beads in this kit. You can also add an eyelet charm as a bead if you want to. Okay, so there we have, you know what? I would do that. Like, would I do that? Yes, I would. I'm going to go ahead and on this one, there's plenty of room. Sometimes there's not plenty of room for the size of eraser that you have, but this time I have plenty of room. So I'm going to put a couple of beads below the butterfly. And then I'm going to put the pin through the butterfly. Add a couple more beads to the top. I just think it'll give us a little more like that. Okay. Oh, maybe just one on the top. Just the light one. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with my rounded jewelry pliers, and I'm going to just make a rounded top. Okay, so what I've done is I've made like a little hook that will be able to hook onto something wonderful. And these pens are a little bit, they're harder to turn than the, and I do have out, they're harder to turn than the jewelry findings. I have this out also to clamp it. Okay, so there we have a little butterfly charm. Okay, next we have a jewelry finding, and it has a place on the bottom where something can hang. So we could hang like we could hang this charm from the bottom of this. So I'm just gonna open it. We'll open this one. Okay, this one opens. I might not have enough fingernail to get in there. And open and get this in the hole. Okay. And so where do you find your charms? Well, this heart charm, this one, was in the wedding section at Michael's. So you might find them in a wedding section, you know, different ones. I think they've been clearanced now, of course. Every time I find something, you know how it is. You find something really good and it goes on clearance. So there we have this that can hang down. And then we might want to put the large purple bead, maybe one of the gold beads, and then one of the small beads. Okay, and then we still have room to be able to make our little circle. And you just want to find your spot and start going around and come back into itself. You saw how much easier it was to do that. Okay, we want it smaller. So we're going to go up on the pliers to a smaller place. Otherwise it wasn't going to go around enough. You want it to come back into itself so your beads don't come off. Okay, so there is another charm. Then we have this purple one, and maybe let's put one of the small beads that's a different color. And then we have this purple flower bead can go on. Maybe one of the lighter ones. Yeah. And then, do we have a small gold? We do have a small gold. Small gold. There we go. So that just gives us another little okay. So I buy these these pens at my $1.49 store. And then in the sewing area. So you could just find some pens. Like you could use the white boutonniere and corsage pens. They would be in the wedding section possibly. I know they have them at Joann's. I haven't had to look for corsage pens in a long time. I had such a supply from my flower shop. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, I'm just making a little variety of pens. And then, oh, we still have 2 more pens that we can use. So we also have this. Okay, so what I'm thinking for this, because it's really long, is using possibly this wire that we had left. Okay, and I like to have charms hanging in my, oh, found another pen. So let's go ahead and we have, oh, let's use this guy, or that big, or should we use that one? I don't know, I kind of like this. I'm going to use that and one of the, oh, we have a purple, plastic purple pen. So these purple, these beads came from a necklace that was very 80s. Very, very 80s. I totally could see it with the big collar. Okay, so we're going to go down to the very as small as we can get it on the jewelry pliers and turn it so we can get that little bit of, okay. You want to make sure that when you're using the pen that you get it flat. Okay, so there's that. And we still have a couple of these. And we have a pearl colored pen. And these came from a garland. Oh, we still have a purple, another one of those. So might have to dig into my regular findings to be able to use all the beads. We have so many beads. Okay, so again, just come back. And you could just make these like watching TV, make, you know, your whole, I'll show you how the pens come like on this wheel. Pens come on the wheel. And so you could just sit there and just make a whole bunch of pens for your projects that you know you have coming up. And have them all ready. It's nice whenever you can, I think, when you can mass produce a little bit or a lot. It's like when I run my Cricut and I'm making tags or something like that, I will make a lot of them. Okay, we still have another one. Yeah, what do we've got? We have another gold. Gold. And then maybe a little purple. And I do like them to all be different. That's just my preference. Oh, there is another, you know what? Maybe gold, the pinkyish, purple. No, go. But we will do like that and like that. Oh, there's a really little one over here. The other thing is on these ones, they have like a straw type bead. So you can put that on there like that. But then we don't really have enough room to make the curl. There we go. There we go. We'll still have enough room to make the curl. And then I'm going to get into my the findings. Okay, that one did not stay as a circle. It started out and it went flat. It's moving. Did it again? Oh no, it didn't. Okay. So I like these ones. These ones press really good. And you'll find, you know, as with all your tools, there's going to be tools that they might be my favorite, but they aren't going to fit your hand right, or there's going to be something about them that you're just not going to like. And then in the midst of your stash and the things that you find, you're going to find things that are your favorite. It's like glue. It's like I have my favorite glues for different things. There are people that use the same glue for everything, and I just have found that some things work for me. Some of it's because it's like, okay, well, I only need it to do, I need it to do this, and it doesn't need to cost that. Okay, so there's another one. And then, okay, so I'm going to get into, so this is what a bag of findings looks like. I have some, they were just a small bag. And so I just watch for those to go on really good sale or on clearance. I've found them at yard sales before. And of course you can make your own. You'll want a little stronger wire than what I have here. Okay, so I have in here a little, hear it? Just a little fairy bell. And I know I want that to be on the end of one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and I put it on. I'm going to close it up. Make sure that it is clamped. Clamp. Okay, you can't hardly hear it. Now you see, this is too big for that. So, but I can put this one. We have a little bell. I like the little bell. I have tied the little bell in the center of the signature before, and I like that. So here we have the little bell, then the pearl looking one. The purple flower. And then one of those. And then is there a smaller bead? Well, it's kind of flatter. It's fatter and flatter. Definitely not smaller. And I don't know if you can see this, but there is also a flower piece in here. You know, if you were going to make something look like a flower, I guess. It would be good to have that. Okay, so this is going to be easier to turn than the pins. The pins are hard. These are easy to turn. Okay, see how that just went around, came back, and it was easy to clasp. Okay, let's see, let's do one more. And we can hang, we could hang like the, oh, you know what? We need something for the bird. The bird. That is not a bird. That is a butterfly, Julie. That's a butterfly. Okay, so we can hang this butterfly. And this is from the Dollar Tree. The little butterflies from the Dollar Tree. And remember, I painted them with fingernail polish in one of the videos and made them different colors. But for here, I just need purple. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that is clamped and he's not going to come off. Okay. And then what do we have left? Oh, good. We have one big purple, so we can use a light pink. And maybe a eyelet. So this is what it looks like when you use an eyelet with a bead. Could do it the other way, huh? How about we go like this, and then eyelet, and then another bead. Like that. So you can see that. Kind of gets the look like it's a... Then we've got this. Don't need the thread. We have the little purple bead. And this one. And this one. Okay, I want to make sure that there's still some beads left to use with that one. Okay, so there we go. We can go ahead and roll this up. Again, this is so much easier than the pins, but the pins look cool. Okay, so that gives us another one. And then, are these the shorter ones? These are a little bit shorter. No, they're not. Okay, so for this, what we can do is start it on one of the pink beads. Maybe. Okay, that one does not want to go on. That happens sometimes. Okay, so, oh, you know what? We have these. Let's do it with this. Okay, so we have this really pretty heart, and I'm going to hang that, I think, from here. So what we can do is go ahead and come in and twist this up. Now you want to twist that. I haven't tried this with this, but it should work. I've done it with other beads, just not with this one. But I think it's going to work. So we're going to twist this around. Okay, so you see we have some twist. We're going to clamp this down as much as we can into the wire. Okay, so it's kind of part of it. And then we're going to feed this large bead that we have through it. It's going to come down and yes, it worked. Okay, it's going to come down and go over this. Okay, and then we should have saved some more beads. Oh well. But we can go ahead and do this. And then we could just, like this one had these hanging off the side. Let's see, we do have one of the, so this is, it's a long bead. It's one of these that came with a long, it actually did come with that. Now you can cover rocks just like they are gems, rocks, just like they did here. You get some cool shells or something that you want to put in your, you can use those. Okay, this one does not want to go either. What if we try one more flower? So we put the flower on there. And then this can be the center of the flower. Yay! And it went on. Oh, look at the flower went over the flat bead. Okay, so here can get us some. We can get us some more beads from this right here. Give us a colorful or a white bead. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire this. Instead of having it hang off like that, I'm actually going to have my wire go around it. Okay. So we're going to thread it like this. Could be. Oh, do it like that. There we go. And it will become part of okay, well, let's there we go. Okay, so we were able to thread this on our wire. And we still have a piece of this. Now remember, you could also make some paper beads and have them be on here. The book page beads would be would give you some more beads if you don't have any in your stash. If you have some old jewelry, you could also be using that. I like to use all my options. You could do the same thing like I just did with a button, you know, going up and through. So, okay, so I think that is how I'm going to finish that one. Now, if I could just get through this bead. Says no. It's like totally closed. Okay, looking around, there is one more little tiny bead here. I want to make sure I'm using everything. You know how I am. Okay, we can use another eyelet. There we go. And then put the little bead. Look around, make sure that we've used. Oh, look at here. Here's a silver bead. I'm going to use that before the little just gives you another. There we go. Okay, I'm looking one more time. I see one more bead. One more bead. It's a purpley colored one. Good. There we go. So we have this bead dangle. And then we can just, well, and another thing you can do is come down here and do some squigglies in the down below. Okay. So this will be pretty. There we go. So we have that long bead dangle. Okay, so now the next thing we wanted to do was to, we have a couple of paper clips there. And so we were going to do the paper clip thing that Tracy Fox had done, where she took she curled the edges of the paper clip. So we are, and again, it's a little harder to do the paper clip than the jewelry findings, but it does work. Too close to the edge. Can't get a, okay. Okay, so we could hang one of these from, I'm actually going to put it on the inside here. So it'll kind of hang off the edge of, oh, wrong one. Why is that? There we go. So you see we've got a little roundy thing. Then we can come and do it again right here. If you have a thin set of beads, like I made mine are all kind of fat. This one's a little bit thinner. You can also hang them off of the paper clip. You can actually literally hang beads off the paper clip. This just makes the paper clip prettier when it's inside the book. Okay. Then you want to make sure that you flatten it back out. Okay. So So we'll have this, and it literally could have another dangly from the purple part. I think that might be a good idea. So do you like to put charms in your journals? Have you made a journal yet? I posted a video yesterday or Saturday. Yesterday? Saturday. A really fast video or a fast journal that I made for a birthday gift for a neighbor, the neighbor girl. And it was really fast, and it would even be faster if I had gathered my things that I was going to decorate it with instead of just trying to use what's around my desk. But I liked the way it turned out. It was really fast. I made it in less than 35 minutes, or about 35 minutes. And I gave it with one of those pens that writes in 4 different colors. It's a Bic Click pen, and it had the pretty pastels like pink and orange and green. It's cool. And some washi tape. Okay, I'm having a little trouble with my round piece. It came out too big. Let's see if I can make it. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, so now we have a little dangle that will come off of a paper clip. We have this dangle here. We still have a washer. We have our butterfly and this one. And we can just go ahead and put one on. We've got these 2 colored paper clips. So we can put one on this lavender paper clip. And, we could go ahead and, if we hadn't already made our flat paper clips, we could go ahead and have a dangle on the end of one of the flat paper clips as well. So there gives us another paper clip. So let's bring our book over and put these up here. Those there. Okay, so we might want to add something to our tassel. I'm going to go ahead and bring our tassel out of our book. Okay, so let's start with the tassel. So the tassel might want, it could get the big dangle would be pretty on the tassel. And along with the little one. Okay, and something that we can do here is pull. On this one I can see the end of the wire. Yours you might not be able to see it, but I can see the end of the wire here. I'm going to pull it around. And put it in. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and twist it onto the front of this. There we go. And then we also have this one. Oh, I think we'll tie this one in. So we'll attach this one. Come around and put that up under. Okay. So we attach the big one. And then I think I want those in the book. Obviously that one goes in the book. I think this big one should be attached somehow. Maybe to this. Okay, so we have ribbon. Go ahead and tie it in a knot. Just tie it on. Double tie it just so that it doesn't come off. If this was a little bit thicker ribbon, one of the things you can do here is cut the ribbon. Now on these, I'm going to go back and put a couple of knots. If you've seen my Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge junk journal, I did was it on that I did the naughty tassel? Or no, that was on the no, the naughty tassel made out with knots was on the Bible journal, prayer journal. So you can see just by adding knots to your ribbon that you get a little bit of a texture look to it just by adding knots. And you want them to be at different levels. So like with that knot there, then I'm going to come and put this one down a little further. And we have another one. Okay, and that one is the one that the thing is on. Okay, but there is one up the center here. And we'll give it... So this is something I used to make really pretty hair combs for... They were primarily for weddings and proms and things like that. And this was how I got volume in them, was by adding the knots. Okay, so there is one little thing, and then I think we'll add this one also. I'll this one go up a little higher. Okay, if you have some charms that say something, or If you have a theme like owls or something, you have an owl charm, you might put that in your tassel. But there is our tassel. Okay. So next we'll come and we'll put these in our book. And so there's a variety of ways of adding charms and things to your book. One is to have it be a paper clip. So we have a paper clip here. And let's see if there's some place that could actually use a paper clip. Well, like right here, we could use that somewhere else. So we could put this paper clip right here, just like that. That's going to help hold down this page, and then you'll have this pretty clip coming off the edge. Another thing that I like to do is to tie them into the lace. Let's see if I had a piece of, yeah. I was going to say, I think there's still some purple thread. And so what you can do with that is come right into your lace. And you could use a needle, or you can just thread it through. And tie it on. This is how I like to do it. I'll tie it onto the lace, okay? Then come and get whatever it is I'm putting on. Sometimes it's easier to do that. Than to try and stick the single through. There we go. And just tie it on. And then I'll usually tie a bow because I like that look better than just the strings hanging off. Okay. There's that. Okay. You can use a bulb pin and just attach a bulb pin to some, to a piece of the lace or something as well. So that gives you a little bit of the look there. Okay, so with the bulb pin, I'm going to go in the lace, up the lace and out. I think you got that. So I went through the lace. So there's our butterfly. Okay, have another paper clip. Oh, this one already has something on it. Don't need to put it on the same one that already has something. And if you're going through your book and you notice something that keeps moving, then that's one of the things you might put one of your dangles on. And this is the one with the bell. The other thing you can do is attach to the center of your signature and have it hang out the bottom. double tie. Sure I am. There we go. Like, really? And then I came back up through the flower. I'm going to tie it through the flower. Okay. So just giving you a variety of places to put the charms. I like having the fairy bell. It makes me think, because it's such a light sound. I call it the fairy bell. There we go. I like having it so that it comes off the bottom, because I think I'll hear it more. I think. Okay, and then we have this one with the butterfly. And let's see. Okay, so if we close the book, you kind of get an idea of where we might want something else. We do have another. Okay. We have some lace right there. What else is there? You can also attach it to other things that are not this one here, but sometimes there will be something that will be stronger that you can attach it to that as well. So let's see. That comes down. We want some. I want something in this area, so I am going to attach it to this page here somehow. And let's see. There, it's the front of this signature. There we go. Like, can't get it to. Okay, so there's nothing here for me to be able to attach it to, so I am going to go ahead and get out my crocodile, and I'm going to put a hole. Okay, it's a little ways in, but that's okay, because what I'm thinking is I want the butterfly to hang out. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in one of the eyelets, because we have them. Okay. And then some of the eyelash thread. Neighbor dogs. They're still getting used to all the noises. This is the trash truck is here, and the neighbor dogs, they're just not used to all the noises yet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just tie this in. It's going to give me a little more texture on this page, and it will also hold if I can get it to come through. It will also, I should have had a little bit bigger. It'll also hold our little charm. I'm like, maybe, will this help? Okay, but you still want to make sure that you're good and tight. It's not just the fibers, it's the whole thing here. There we go. Okay. There's our butterfly. Okay. So we have charms hanging from our book. We have our tassel is ready. Yeah, tassel with its charms in it. And we added some paper clips with some charms on them. And so there's a variety of loveliness in our purple book. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, put them down below. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day. Bye.